Well, have you ever heard? Okay, here's the thing. Have you ever heard of the case Daniel? You ever heard of the name Daniel Shaver?
Shaver sounds very familiar.
This, okay. If this guy had not been white, and I, I hesitate to say this, but it's true. If he had not been white, this would have been all over the news for like months upon months upon months.
So he was white.
This guy was white. And this was on video, a police tape video, like a body cam.
Okay.
This, you can watch this video online. I actually think that when I last saw it, I think the Washington Post had posted it or something.
Okay.
Or it was I don't know, but it was the body cam footage from this cop who on this guy had tattooed on his arm. This cop was a crazy, like, psycho.
Yeah.
Like, he had tattooed on his arm, it said, "You're fucked." And he looked like a psychopath if you look at the pictures of him. This was the most abhorrent case of police brutality I had ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, you should watch the video just so you know about the case.
Repeat his name one more time.
Daniel Shaver.
Daniel Shaver.
This Daniel Shaver guy, somebody called the police on him because he had a BB gun, I believe, in a motel room or hotel room or something like that. And it looked like he was shooting, and people were like, "Oh, there's a man with a gun up there." And so this cop, I think there were two cops, but one in particular, he came up to the guy's room. He's like, get out of the room. We gotta get out of the room. The kid, I don't know, he was like 20 something. I don't know.
Okay.
He came out of his room. He didn't have anything on him. He didn't, he put down whatever, I think, BB gun or whatever it was. Put it down. He came out, hands up, everything. And this cop, I kid you not, started playing with the guy. He said, "Get down on your knees. All right, now get down on your belly. Crawl towards me. Crawl back." Like, he was basically like playing, like having fun. Like, "Now put your hands behind your back. Now get up." And the Daniel Shaver kid's like, I can't get up without taking my hands." He's like, and the cop was like, "Don't take your hands down, or I will shoot you, or I will shoot you." And this Daniel Shaver kid was just like, "Don't shoot me, please don't shoot me." And it was the cop was just playing with the guy, and
That's not okay.
what ended up happening is this kid, Daniel Shaver, the cop ordered him to get up, and Daniel Shaver was getting up, and he reached back to pull up his shorts because they were coming down.
He thought it was a gun?
He didn't, there's no way he thought it was a gun.
Was that what he used as a defense?
He shot the guy, he shot Daniel Shaver like 10 times. And this, I believe the case is up for a retrial this year.
Hope.
Because when the initial sentencing, the whole hearing and everything, that tape was not allowed into the courtroom. That is a clear instance of, I mean, I don't know all the details of the case, but that seems like the police department was covering this guy's ass, and this guy got away. I mean, it was literally murder on video. The kid had and I was sitting there watching the video, and I was like, this is not what cops do. If a guy doesn't have a gun, one of you runs over to him and, handcuffs him. You don't stand 10 feet away and, play, Simon Says, you do this.
Abuse of authority.
Yeah, it was the most, it was the most brutal thing I had ever seen, and nobody's heard of it.
Yeah,
nobody's heard of it.
Barely heard of that.
But
the Shaver, I'm sure I've heard Shaver on TV, but that's it.
It's one of those things where it's like, when it comes to police brutality or anything like that, like race should not be the reason you report on it. It should be whether or not it's because this guy. It was the most clear case, and nobody talked about it. And I just gotta be honest. I mean, if the guy had been black, everybody would be talking about it.
Oh yeah,
everyone would know.
Doubt.
Everyone would know, and it's just like, you got it. I mean, it's the crime that counts, not whatever skin color the people involved had. It was. I remember seeing that. And I was like, why does CNN? Why does nobody report on this? It was like,
Yeah.
It made me so upset because I was like, I mean, this was, and there are plenty of cases like that just don't get reported on. And I don't know, that pissed me off. I kind of went off a tangent there, but people need to know about that case.
They do need to know about that case. It's very important. And the fact that, I'm sure, do you think that the cops use that as, they use that as defense, saying that, whenever he put his hand, tried to pull up his pants.
Probably.
I bet they did.
Yeah. I mean,
because that's something
that
very
video,
easy.
but I think it's up for a retrial.
I hope.
Because that video wasn't allowed in the courtroom.
Why?
I don't know.
That's something I don't understand. How did that not get into?
I don't know. But it was like, I mean, it's just on camera. You can see everything.